So it's officially been a little bit and I forgot to update you guys, but I've got a couple things that I've learned, and hopefully you can learn from my experience not to do a couple things. I'll show you the first one here in a second. So let this be a lesson to everyone. Probably shouldn't put the turbo and the crossover pipe on when you're trying to cherry pick it in, because I had to put this bracket on, which I probably am bending it or pretty close to bending it, but this chain had to go all the way around up and to the other side. This that was the only place that I could put it really with what I had. It's where I wanted to put the chain, but if I would have put it just straight, it would have hit the wastegate and messed up the turbo. And another thing that I did was I stole this bolt. So the original bolt, this is the original bolt. It's a lot smaller. That bolt that I stole is about that long, and it was just in the back here, right there, for the alternator bracket. It gave me twice as many threads to use in the engine, and this is the one I used on the front, which is okay. It's not touching anything, so that one's all good. When you're working by yourself, you got to come up with ways to get around a two-man job. So I'm torquing down the flywheel, and the flywheel's just spinning because I have to torque it down to such a high torque. It's just spinning the engine over. So what I did was lowered it down enough to put a breaker jammed between the wheel and the floor, and that held my engine from moving, and I was able to get the torque that I needed. It was a little bouncy, but got it done with one person. So this is a huge disappointment. Blessing in disguise, however you want to say it, but if you can see, that's a giant crack. And it goes all the way up into the wastegate. Let's see if I can open this. So this this housing exhaust side of this turbo probably is not good. So the exhaust side, or the hot side of the turbo, has that crack in it. I'm going to run the turbo right now because I don't have anything else, and I have to work this engine in, run it like 3,000 miles with no boost anyways. So I'm not going to be making boost. I've got a giant boost leak because of that crack that's just diverting my exhaust right around the turbo. So I might be looking into another one. I have to get a tune to start the car up because was an 8.2 to 1 compression ratio with pistons. Now it's an 8.5. So that'll mess stuff up. So I got to call and get an emailed tune over before I even start the car. Get that going. I got to break the car in, the engine in, like 4,000 or 5,000 miles of driving with no boost. And since it's not my daily and I can't take it to work, it's going to take me a long time. So I'll have a while to get probably a new turbo. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade it or just go with the same one, replace the stock one. I don't know. I want to upgrade it, that's for sure, but then that's new up pipe, down pipe, external, more and more stuff. Been looking at an FP Green. I saw one of those. My buddy had one. It worked pretty good. It'll probably be pretty good. I'm gonna talk to the tuner that I have. I'm getting it tuned by Cobb down at Surgeline, Wilsonville, somewhere in Oregon. It's kind of close to me. It's like 40 miles away from me, which is sweet. So I'm gonna talk to them and see what they recommend. But it's gonna need a new turbo sooner or later. Okay, I'm gonna finish putting on this clutch pack, and and probably call it a night. I'm gonna put this back up on the engine stand so I'm not bending this bracket more than I have to. So we'll finish that out and put it back, put it away, and then hopefully I can push the car in the garage tomorrow and put this engine in. That'd be sweet. We're getting really close to putting it back in the car. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.